Amarame Chodan Dubo Tamba Yi Jarwa Tedai Lane Jobaraji Naza Tamba Namdan Jenjodan Chime Purnamaya Rera Nyamba Tong Ankuba Chebaran Pabi Jogun Ye Jarwa Tada Lane Jobaraji Joba Kana Lame Jajewa Anteda Jarwa Tamje Layamu Zambo Julai Debe Dodaki Jansen Jubaraji and Doja Shedan Demo Wanke Ledan Adan Dijin Yeja Digpa Dage Jeba Jenjeba Tada Tamje Dage Sosoya Joju Jarwa Gundan Sanje Rangya Namda Gobdam Lodan Dowa Gunje Sonan Kanlayan Antadai Gunje Jesa Dayiran Ankanai Jojen Jedan Romana Chanjo Rembarai Sanje Majani Angombo Tada Dage Tamche Lang Kolo Lana Meba Gorwagu Nyanyan Da Don Ganyen Da Lan Dowa Gunla Beijing Je Gewa Jinge Dunye Shoba Yang Dage Timoy Rajara Sorwa Je Chanze Wadang Jojing Yobo Dom Jese Yerai Gunshen Sorwa Ye Gewa Junze Dage Jezab Tamji Dobe Om Jimbo Suno Vajrasattva 85, right? Before, do you have some questions before we start? Uh, 85, 85, yes. Mm. Okay, so if you no questions, so then we can start. No, okay, sorry.
So when we're doing the mantra recitation, what we're doing is imagining still the nectar from Vajrasattva. So that's like taking us a long time.
A long time. Yes, long time you can, yes, that's one, so just slowly, But also, I think you have a good question. So I think two ways we have practice. So like kind of like alternating, so some you visualize, Vajrasattva, nectar coming, and also just a very complete quiet mind. Quiet mind with no visualization, maybe the best way is maybe no thoughts, So that is okay. So like for instance, if you do that, so like beginning, you try to visualize, and then the end, the suction, whatever we end, so you have to visualize. But meantime, it's even, so basically alternating, or you can, whatever you can, so just visualize all the time, that's okay, but sometimes too much, then the kind of mind is a little bit difficult, tiring. So quiet, no thoughts, just say the mantra, that's fine. Okay.
Above the crown of my head, I visualize a white lotus with a moon disk seat. On the moon disk is a white syllable hum, which transforms into a vajra, with a hum in its center. White light radiates from this hum, purifying the obscurations of all beings. This light is offered to all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Light returns and dissolves into the seed syllable hum. The hum then transforms into Vajrasattva, who is in essence our own kind root lama. Vajrasattva is white in color and holds a vajra and bell. He sits gracefully in the half-lotus position. He wears silken robes and all the precious ornaments. Vajrasattva, Mahasattva, the great mind, the embodiment of all the Buddhas, the Samanta Vajra Dharmakaya, I prostrate to you, holder of the Vajra.
Dorje samba samba che, dorje te je ye pai gan, Dore je dang bo gan de san chang zai chang na dore je lao.
At Vajrasattva's heart level is a Vajra on a moon disk. At the center of the Vajra is a Hung syllable surrounded by the 100-syllable mantra. The radiating light from the rotating mantra completely purifies the obscurations of all beings, and they become Vajrasattvas. The light returns and dissolves into the mantra of the seed syllable Hung. Nectar produced from these syllables flow through the right great toe of Vajrasattva. It enters the crown of my head, washing out all defilements, illnesses, and obscurations through the pores of my skin and 2 lower openings of my body. These obscurations leave the body in the form of a smoky, dark liquid. Then I am filled with nectar and completely purified, clear as crystal.
Dore ji dore sen dore gan dore ten dore je ye de war hung dore yi je gor wa le awon to do vi de boy gun jan ne dore jen zen be sa la ra go jen wo se de da zu ren de ang ten tang sa wo la de de le de jin ju xiao jie de wo le dong dai ni jie zang wo ne yo de de nie dong zuo O gar tur ge dar wai du si ju me te ran lu xie dar ta ba ju.
So here we that is sitting in the Tibetan. So actually yourselves maybe English okay, but also good for there is if you can. So this Tibetan is good. So because I think Buddha teaching. So after that, so I think beginnings maybe nobody's recording or the write down, but later on, so that time is the arhats, they never forget. So later on, so this what called put into the books, whatever the texts, so put in Sanskrit and the Pali language. So this language, the Tibetan language, is very similar to Sanskrit. So the king Songtsen Gampo, so first, so Tibetan not Buddhism, so but then he want to bring the Buddha Dharma from India to Tibet. So he really interesting. So he understand also the Buddha. Like prophecy, he said, so future, one emanation of Chirensei is born in the northern side. Then that can, benefit. So also the Buddha Dharma through north to go on in the world. So that's we believe Songtsen Gampo is emanation of Chirensei. So anyway, probably, so he was, so he really translated, or really the Dharma entirely bring into Tibet. So he want. So he was every year, I think 25 black kind of young boys, young, smart, sending like kind of sort of pay for it from government, sent to India, Nepal. So first I think the rule is first you go to Nepal, 3 years. So India is too hard. So India is, the main, that time is Buddhism is Nalanda, Bodh Gaya, Ambikkamahila, Varanasi, so on. So those are the hardest place in India. So he did many years. So also as well as he bring the India scholars and like Mahasiddhas bring to Tibet too. So then there were the Tibetan, young, like learning Sanskrit, they're learning Indian language, translate to, Buddha's teachings to Tibet. So then one among those, young, what is young boys, whatever, young scholars. So then among one, this we call Thoma Sambuddha. So Thoma Sambuddha is back to Tibet. Then he said, so he's very extremely smart. So among those, he's best. So with, of course, with many too, so many young boys, so they never work together. But then he said to king, he said, I can translate it to, Buddha from Sanskrit to the Tibetan language. But sort of meaning what it means. But he said, like, impossible to translate it 100%, like Sanskrit to Tibetan language, not. He said, like, it is like Chinese. So Chinese, so translated to like, or Sanskrit or Pali language, translate to Chinese language. So they actually, this, I think almost entire Buddha's teachings, like Buddha's teaching, we called 84,000, right, teachings, like 100 volumes. And then India scholars, sort of commentaries, there are also 200 volumes. So I think these all translated into Chinese language. But he said, we can do like that, but not 100%. Sort of this, sort of meaning, but not exactly match up. So then he said, so the Thoma Sambuddha said to the king, Songtsen Gampo, if you really need 100% like Sanskrit or Buddhism 100%, if you translate, so we have to create language, new language. So copy from Sanskrit. So the king said, yes, that's very good, if you can. So then he did. He was, I think, 6 years. Sort of his retreat, sort of like nobody see him, He not, so then he create the new language. So then basically, even though these days, I think the Indian scholars, I think one time Holiness told me, the like conference in the University of Varanasi. So they're talking about Sanskrit, Tibet, how translated, so. The Indian scholar said, so some Indian scholar, they know Tibetan. So he said, unbelievable, they did 100% translated, from Sanskrit to Tibet. So that's why, so this really, not only meaning, but kind of structure or blessing it is like original in Sanskrit, so no different. The Tibetan language is no different. Is Buddha's first whatever write down in the Sanskrit. So that's why also blessing and the basically is like original, Buddha's book. So that's a more blessing. And also we say the blessing is so okay, we say blessing, right? So we have statues, blessing, holy place, holy statue, holy text. So yes, it is holy and blessing. So how, become holy? How special? So the blessing and the holy is become, like for example, we said, okay, really holy place in the Buddha's place, so Buddha was born. But even though like simple things, okay, this is a Tibetan language. So the Tibetan language is like reading, today we like Vajrasattva practice, right? So these texts, many people using. So many people using, and many people, they find peace. They have, or maybe someone may achieve enlightenment. So those merit stay here, not that person, but then this blessing merit in these texts, or this language. So same thing, just also like Dharma Center. So Dharma Center is maybe first we build, just ordinarily, whatever the regular construction. So they every time they build up the blessing, energy. So maybe people come here, teachings and meditation, and a lot of mentors, a lot of practice, a lot of different deities. So slowly more and more they build up every time. So then later on, they become holy place. So that's, I think, just how the blessing build up, how blessing comes. So Dharma practice kind of a spiritual, not like ordinary, So ordinarily we said, what is different, this, even though like I say this English too, English maybe ordinary language, but now we're using a lot of things and a lot of benefits. So even though English letter too, this bless their energy. So that's where sound all like Dharma practice got interconnected. So I say interconnected means, even though these texts, okay? So we read, practice, so we blessing to this book. But same time, we read the text with use. It's a blessing from the book we get too. So that kind of, not only one way. So we can blessing energy means, so that's a, and also I say in this language, so this, of course, Sanskrit. So Tibetan, I think the masters, the understanding, so the whole sadhana is live Sanskrit. Even though I say this, many is maybe no mistakes. They can do 100% translate Tibet to, so this Sanskrit to Tibet. but still form of the Sanskrit. So cannot hold in Sanskrit, cannot read, but all the mantras, essence, they never translated. So all the mantras is still Sanskrit. So Om Mani Padme Hum Sanskrit, we today doing is Vajrasattva is not Tibetan language, it's Sanskrit. So that's why more blessing, keep blessing and keep original. So that's why. So the more blessing. So that's why I say yes. If you can Tibetan, that's good, but also same time, so you are familiar English, then that is okay. So we eventually, also we translation is, I think really not easy. So this English lot of meanings. So also we are all the translators. So put the different words. So like for instance, still like for instance we like or first page or whatever, third page, or Dharma, or we say like 5 page, like refuge. So even within the Dungaju centers, the Tibetan side exactly same. Not only Tibetan, not only Dungaju, like almost all the tradition. Like Tibetan exactly say same thing. But still we English, 100 different, So, but also this is okay, that's okay. So we can practice and better. So I hope the future, so all the translators, so maybe agree to maybe one time, okay, this one, you're using. So otherwise it's a little bit confusing, So people, so one center, this English, the memories, but another center is totally different English. And then another center is different English. So, but I said just nothing, we can say this wrong, but also it's really confusing. So also here it's a little bit harder. So Tibetan that time is really straight translators. So King said, like between whatever judge King, but have to have the original Sanskrit speaker, Indian Mahasiddhas, Indian scholars, and have to have Tibetan translators work together. So King said, not enough, no matter some Indian scholars, they know Tibet, but still they're not right. Or Tibetans, they seems to be perfect, they know Sanskrit, but King said no. Because different native language, so have to have both. So they're working together. So that way is, and then also like for instance, so that time is translated in Tibet, and they have sort of like conference. Each time, the many scholars together, what is right, wrong, which words use. So that's why. So I think Tibetan translation is very good. And also this not only Tibetan, Dharma too. So King Songsan Gampo time is so already Chinese completely already bought, there is Dharma. So like Zen tradition, those. So same thing. So he bought from China, bought from India. But eventually then, so we kind of debate, not debate, but which is kind of analyze. So I think keeping more Tibetan tradition, so this is the Indian tradition than Chinese. Because I think I saying this very 100% translated Sanskrit to Tibet. So I hope, so we are one day maybe same prayers, English. So until that, so we can, whatever you can. Okay, so do we have some questions? If you really have questions or comments, it's better for me too, so there sometimes I don't know where we around.
Elizabeth was talking earlier about how long you're staying with the mantra, where the ambrosia is pushing out and you could do it for a long time, as Drupon said, but I'm wondering also if in the mantra when you're doing it, especially if you're doing a retreat at it, where you're just clear, you're just saying the mantra, but you're envisioning clarity, no impurities. You've already done that. Is that part of it, or you're always pushing something out?
Right. So this is okay. So I think it's sort of like Okay. So beginning, or for example, like maybe this way easier understanding. Okay, our practice, right? So our practice, like maybe 10 minutes. More, generated nectar, Vajrasattvas, and nectar is coming. So, like black substance sort of completely filled up your body. Something like that. Okay. So then maybe after 10 minutes, then just so this kind of push, more nectar coming into your body. So then they start, just out of the black substance your body. So slowly. So like then, like for instance, maybe 50 minutes, like 55 or something like minutes. So then we left like 5 minutes, right? So that time, so just almost felt up the white nectar, and then like black substance just almost gone. So then last mantra just completely gone. So then next week, like for instance, where's the page 89. So page 89, so we start the Vajrasattva. So 89 is just completely perfect, clear, it is like crystal. So then, so I think here didn't say, I said before, right? The Vajrasattva look to you. So he sort of like smile. So some sadhana they said, I think you don't have, but some sadhana they said, okay, so so sort of like my son. So you did completely, purifying your karma, something like that. And then say these words, and then the Vajrasattva dissolves into you. So, okay?
I just got curious, and I was counting the syllables, and I came up with 102. And my guess is that the Om and the Ah at the end are the ones you take away, and you end up with 100.
Okay.
It's Tibetan, so give or take a few.
Yeah, they call it 100 syllables, so we sort of believe, But something English, those sometimes be too many languages mixed up, so. But we call it 100 syllables, so just we try to believe just 100,
practice many years ago, I learned it, the 100-syllable mantra.
Uh-huh.
It's been very effective, very useful many, many different times and so on. But then going to different Dharma centers, sometimes they use Om Vajrasattva Hum.
Uh-huh.
Not the same experience. Different, it didn't have the same meaning to it. Didn't have the same experience.
Right.
Do you have a comment about that?
Yeah, of course, so this, yes, so I think that's you too, so you're familiar, the 100-syllable mantra, so then this kind of more generated, you're mentally, physically, so easier. So also sometimes, on Vajrasattva Hum is sometimes maybe difficult to memorize, in the 100 syllables. So then that's okay to on Vajrasattva Hum. So, but I think just sometimes more extensive one is more. We cannot say more blessing, but more in fact, so more energy, bring to more energy.
So, right before the Q&A, we were talking about the translations of these different languages. And I think what I was hearing you say was the Tibetan and the Sanskrit are very similar and very close. But like if we went from English to Sanskrit, we might not find that same proximity, that same closeness. Is that what you were saying?
Right, yes. Also, I think to the other Tibet, so it's very difficult to Tibetan to English. So these, I don't know how to say, but the sound is Tibet. But at the same time, like this exactly copy, so like alphabets, vowels look like Sanskrit.
Sanskritized. I've heard the Tibetan is Sanskritized. The mantra has non-Tibetan.
Right. So also I think this Thomas Sambod are very smart. So actually he come this sort of copy from Sanskrit, but he easy. So Sanskrit is 16 vowels, and what is 50, right? 50 consonants. So Tibet are only 4 vowels, and then 13 consonants. But also this sometimes not bad, but these days a little bit worried, not really worried, but upset, or didn't keep Tibetan language. So because that time he is king, he really wanted Dharma. So kind of legally, have to stop whatever the old language. So sort of he forced for have to have used this one new language. So we talk lands. I think a long time ago, the Tibet I think not only Tibet, I think for Asia, so whatever. Sort of like communication is mostly with song. And also this with the countries, like even with 2 countries, whatever, make friends or make war or fight or whatever, this is really kind of the short song, and also like kind of not really direct, like kind of power. Yeah, poem. So poem through the poem. So saying things not really directly, So that is all that I find in the Tibet. Culture is still like my area is still using those language, so those kind of songs. So actually this, so now I worried, so I try to make book, But I grow up just like sort of new language, So this also maybe one example is, maybe this is best way to say. So like man or woman. So like man, I like you, like the woman, that person. So this Tibetans, they didn't say like directly, oh, I like you, or but didn't say. But particularly never replies woman. Even though the woman dislike this man or whatever, I like you, didn't say anything. Or whatever, culture or shy, or I don't know. Not necessarily shy, but culture, they never say. But they do the song. So whatever man says song to her, then her 100% reply whatever he thinks he wants. So that's another thing. And also the things, how take care of the parents, how devotion, the Buddha, religious, what looks like. And also like all the poem, but good man like this and that, just song. Or good woman like this and that. So just older man like this, just kind of, everything is just through the song. So that's, I think, most loose, in the central Tibet that time. So, because he is using this language, or like, not only Buddha Dharma, like ordinary stuff, like government things, whatever, just legal, constitution, whatever it is. So, but my northern side is more, still, these traditions, like ancient traditions.
Drupon, would you say that this is similar to like the songs of realization? That Milarepa would sing, he would give great teaching through the songs of realization.
They're kind of similar, similar. The Milarepa songs, this same thing, just he looks like nice song, but there is all sorts of things there, Also, this Milarepa is, of course, he has realization. So Milarepa song is special too. So almost everyone understands.
Also part of the culture then, even Saraha, the Dohas before Milarepa.
Right. So also this, I think you said like worldly things through the song, but also the Dharma. So I think a long time ago is some dispute instructions, through the song. Of course, there may be teachings, university, Nalanda, those things, really specific study practice, looks like university. But same time, like or retreatants, there's sort of no rules. Just someone requests teachings, maybe he sing the song. But sometimes this interesting thing is, so that time is the higher realizations. So the teachings, someone, as hymns or teachings, but that time is, they know exactly that person's problems, what need, so right now we sort of like teachings just general, what Buddha said, so we sort of general, we saying things, But that time, it's not like that. So sort of directly, what that person's problem, what need to change, what they're thinking, what is right, what is wrong. Just pointing out, just you don't do this, this is just wrong. You have to do this. You have to change this. So that's kind of mainly this Toha song is. It can be the general teachings, but whatever individual needed.
Drupon, I think scientifically, if we have like a tune, we tend to remember more, and that's how things are. Even in school, some teacher teach the kids to do, American preposition. If they just throw like a whole sheet and make them memorize, it's very hard to remember, but then they have to sing it in a very fun tune, and then all of them memorize it within a few days. So maybe next time if you're teaching something and you want us to remember, maybe you start singing. Sing for the whole teaching. Then we'll tend to remember more.
All right, okay. Yeah, that's true, that's true. So, really true. So some, so also I said the mind is extremely powerful, how we get or not get. Most depending how we perceive, this person. So sort of like enjoy. I said whatever I said this morning with Dharma practice, have to enjoy, so then we get blessing. So same way, like teaching, even the regular school. So sort of like nice saying, so that's kind of we pay attention, oh, that's nice, so I can learning. But some is just kind of straight, okay, you have to do this one. Then we sort of against, oh, he's saying like that, But then we really don't understand. Yeah, that's true. So melodic seems to be just every time a song. But that is true, so this, I think you bring me this one. Right, so this sings, right, sing the song. So actually very easy to memorize. I was young, somebody's song, that's it. I memorize, 100%. But if somebody's like speak, not without song, probably I don't understand. Understand, but I not memorize. But with song, just I know. Just 100% one time hearing this, that memories. So that's. But also we have this, I think, long story. But we have these songs, sort of debate. So sing song each other for night. Maybe some people a lot of memories. They do like 24 hours. So have to new song. So each time, I say one, and you don't say one, I say one, and so sort of two groups, back, forth. So each time new song. So I grew up really popular. So a lot of people just laughing, Also the different meanings, So he said good things, I said good things, it's kind of similar. Or he said bad things against the bad things, So those kind of, interesting. So, but this, sometimes said, this culture is almost losing now. So interesting. So we, like village, so sometimes like two groups, or sometimes man and woman, side we do. Sometimes we two valleys, one valley and one valley, and then these people gather together, two valleys, they do each valley, or sometimes I said man or woman, so that's sort of interesting. Fun part.
We need Tibetan rap.
Okay, so page 88.
Bendar Sado Samaya Manu Balaya Bendar Sado Deda Dedo Me Bawa Sudo Kaya Me Bawa Subo Kaya Me Bawa Anurado me bhava sarva siddhi me varyanza sarva karma sada me yatade shayam guru hum ha 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 ho bhagavan sarva dada gata bhadama me mandam bedar bhava ma samaya sado Om Bedara Sado Samaya Manu Balaya Bedara Sado Dino Ba Deda Dedo Me Bawa Sado Kaya Me Bawa Subo Kaya Me Bawa Subo Me Amaya Sado Om Bedara Sado Samaya Manu Balaya Bedara Sado Dino Ba Deda Dedo Me Bawa Sudo Kaya Me Bawa Subo Kaya Me Bawa Anurado Me Bawa Sarva Siddhi Me Varyanza Sarva Karma Sudha Me Tade Shiryam Guru Hum ha ha ho bhagavan sarva dada gata bhadama me manjam bente bhava ma samaya sado Om Benzar Sado Samaya Manu Balaya Benzar Sado Dino Ba Deja Dejo Me Bawa Sudo Kaya Me Bawa Subo Kaya Me Bawa Anurado Me Bawa Sarva Siddhi Me Varyan Sarva Karma Sudha Me Jade Hiryam Guru ha ho bhagavan sarva dada gata madharma me manjam bedar ba sado om bedar sado samaya manu balaya bedar sado dino ba deda dedo me bawa asado kayo me bawa subo kayo me bawa Anurado me bawa sarva siddhi me varyan sarva karma sudha me tade hiryam guru hum ha ha ho bhagavan sarva dada gata bhadama me manjam bente bhava maha samaya sado Om Bendara Sado Samaya Manu Balaya Bendara Sado Dino Ba Deda Dedo Me Bawa Sudo Kaya Me Bawa Subo Kaya Me Bawa Anurado Me Bawa Sarva Siddhi Me Varyanza Sarva Karma Sudha Me Tade Hiryam Guru ha ho bhagavan sarva dada gata bhadama me mand andar bhava ma samaya sado om bedar sado samaya manu balaya deno ba deda dedo me bhava sudo kaya me bhava subo kaya me bhava Anurado me bawa sarva siddhi me varyanza sarva karma sudha me tade hiryam guru hum ha ha ho bhagavan sarva dada gata nama me manjam bente bhava ma samaya sado bente sado samaya manu balaya Bedar Sado Dino Ba Deda Dedo Me Bawa Sudo Kaya Me Bawa Sava Kaya Me Bawa Anurado Me Bawa Sarva Siddhi Me Varyanza Sarva Karma Sudha Me Tade Hiryam Guru Hum ha bhagavan sarva dada Mamana Beda Bhava Ma Samaya Sado Bedara Sado Samaya Manu Balaya Vajrasattva dino ba de do me ba wa so do ka yo me ba wa so bo ka yo me ba wa Anarado me ba wa sarva siddhi me ba yansa sarva karma sasa me tade shayam kara hum ha ha ho bhagavan sarva dada gada manza ma me man Namo Mahasamaya Sadho Om Vajrasattva Samaya Mani Balaya Vajrasattva Dino Ba Dedo Dedo Me Bawa Sodo Kaya Me Bawa Sobo Kaya Me Bawa Anarado Me Bawa Sarva Siddhi Me Barayansa Sarva Karma Sasa Zade Shayam Guru Hum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sarva Dada Gada Madharma Memad Namo Mahasamaya Sadho Om Vajrasattva Samaya Mani Balaya Vajrasattva Din Me Bhava Sadho Kaya Me Bhava Subho Kaya Me Bhava Anurado Me Bhava Sarva Siddhi Me Barayan Sarva Karma Sasa Me Tade Shayam Kara Hum Ha Ha Ho Bhagavan Sarva Dada Gada Bandharma Me Manza Bandharma Mahasamaya Sadho Om Vajrasattva Samaya Mani Balaya Vajrasattva Dino Ba Dedo Dedo Me Bawa Sodo Kaya Me Bawa Sobo Kaya Me Bawa Anurado Me Bawa Sarva Siddhi Me Varayanda Sarva Karma Sasa Me Tade Shayam Guru Hum Ha Ha Ho Bhagavan Sarvada Samaya Sadho Vajrasattva Samaya Mani Balaya Vajrasattva Dino Ba Dedo Dedo Me Bawa Sadho Kaya Me Bawa Sabha Kaya Me Bawa Anurado Me Bawa Sarva Siddhi Me Barayansa Sarva Yam Guru Bhagavan Sarva Dada Gada Madharma Me Manda Namo Mahasamaya Sadho Om Vajrasattva Samaya Mani Balaya Vajrasattva Dino Ba Dedo Dedo Me Bawa Sodo Kaya Me Bawa Sobo Kaya Me Bawa Anurado Me Bawa Sarva Siddhi Me Barayan Karma Sasa Me Tade Shayam Ha Ha Ho Bhagavan Sarva Dada Gada Bandharma Mahasamaya Sadho Om Vajrasattva Samaya Mani Balaya Vajrasattva Dino Sodo Kaya Me Bawa Sobo Kaya Me Bawa Anurado Me Bawa Sarva Siddhi Me Barayansa Sarva Karma Sasa Me Hum Ha Ho Bhagavan Sarva Dada Gada Bandharma Me Manza Bebe Bawa Asamaya Sadho Vajrasattva Samaya Mani Balaya Noba Deda Dedo Me Bawa Sodo Kaya Me Bawa Sobo Kaya Me Bawa Anurado Me Bawa Sarva Siddhi Me Varayanda Sarva Karma Sasa Me Tade Shayam Guru Ha Ho Bhagavan Sarva Dada Gada Madharma Me Madhana Bhava Mahasamaya Sadho Anasamaya Mani Balaya Vajrasattva Dino Ba Dedo Dedo Me Bawa Sadho Kaya Me Bawa Sobo Kaya Me Bawa Anurado Me Bawa Sarva Siddhi Me Varayanda gada badara mamen samaya sado bedara sado samaya manu balaya bedara sado dino ba dino dino me ba sado kayo me ba sava kayo me ba anarana me ba sarva sade me ra yada sarva karma sada me sade shayam guru Ho bhagava sarva dada gada madhara mame mada bedara bhava ma samaya sadho amo bedara sadho samaya ane malaya madhara dada dino bam dina dada me bhava sadho kaya me bhava sabho kaya me bhava me bhava sarva sede me manana sarva karma sadho me sede shayam karahum Aho bhagava sarva dada gada madhara mame mada bedara bhava ma samaya sadho bedara sadho samaya manu balaya bedara sadho dino ba dira dira me bhava sadho kaya me bhava me bhava narada me bhava sarva sede me parayanda sarva karma sada me sede shayam karahum Aho bhagava sarva dada gada madhara mame mada bedara bhava maha samaya sadho bedara sadho samaya manu balaya bedara sadho dina ba dira dira me bhava Kaya me bhava sabha kaya me bhava nirada me Hayanda sarva karma sada me dede shayam karahum Aho bhagava sarva dada gada madhara mame mad Nadara bhava maha samaya sadho bedara sadho samaya manu balaya bedara sadho dino ba dida dida me bhava me bhava sabha kaya me bhava anarada me bhava sarva sede me parayanda sarva karma sadam sede shayam karahum Aho bhagava sarva dada gada madhara mame mad bedara bhava maha samaya sadho bedara sadho samaya manu balaya madhara sadho dino 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 me bhava sadho kaya me bhava sabha kaya me bhava narada me bhava sarva sede me parayanda sarva karma sada me sede shayam karahum Aho bhagava sarva dada gada madhara mame mada bedara bhava ma samaya sadho bedara sadho samaya manu balaya bedara sadho dino ba dira dira me sadho kaya me bhava sabha kaya me bhava anurada me bhava sarva karma sada me sede shayam karahum Aho bhagava sarva dada gada madhara mame mada bedara bhava ma samaya sadho bedara sadho samaya manu balaya bedara sadho dina dira dira me bhava sadho kaya me bhava sabha kaya me bhava narada sarva karma sada me sede shayam karahum Aho bhagava sarva dada gada madhara mame bedara bhava maha samaya sadho bedara sadho samaya manu balaya bedara sadho dino dira dira me bhava sadho kaya me bhava sabha kaya me bhava anurada me bhava sarva karma sada me sede shayam karahum Aho bhagava sarva dada gada madhara mame mada bedara bhava ma samaya sadho bedara sadho samaya manu balaya bedara sadho dino ba dira dira me sadho kaya me bhava sabha kaya me bhava narada me bhava sarva sede me parayanda Samaya sadho Medrasado Somaya Manu Balaya Medrasado Dino Ba Dino Dino Me Sanakayo Me Bava Sabakayo Me Bava Narado Me Bava Sarvakarma Sada Me Tadeshiyam Guru Hum Ha Bangave Sarvada Dangada Madharma Me Meda Medarbo Ma Samaya Sado Medrasado Samaya Manu Balaya Manu Nirana me bava sudokayo me bava subakayo me bava narado me bava sarva karma sada me tadeshiyam guru aho bhagave sarva dadangada madharma me meda medarbo ma samaya sado Medrasado samaya manu balaya medrasado dino ba dida dida me bava sudokayo me bava subakayo me bava anurado me sarva karma sada me tadeshiyam guru hum bhagave sarva dadangada madharma me meda medarbo ma samaya sado Medrasado samaya manu balaya medrasado dino ba dida dida me bava sudokayo me bava subakayo me Namasado me tadeshiyam guru bhagave sarva dadangada madharma me meda medarbo ma samaya sado maya manu balaya dino ba dida dida me Sanakayo me bava subakayo me bava anurado me bava sarva siddhi me brayanda sarva karma sada me tadeshiyam guru Bhagave sarva dadangada madharma me meda medarbo ma samaya sado medrasado samaya manu balaya medrasado dino ba dida dida me bava sudokayo me bava subakayo me bava narado me sarva karma sada me tadeshiyam guru hum ha bhagave sarva dadangada madharma me meda medarbo Samaya sado medrasado samaya manu balaya medrasado dino ba dida dida me bava sudokayo me samakayo me bava anurado me bava sarva siddhi me brayanda sarva karma sada me tadeshiyam guru hum ha Namadana madharma me meda medarbo ma samaya sado medrasado samaya manu balaya medrasado dino ba dida dida me bava sudokayo me bava subakayo me bava narado me sarva karma sada me tadeshiyam guru hum ha bhagave sarva dadangada madharma me meda medarbo Medrasado samaya manu balaya medrasado dino ba dida dida me bava sudokayo me bava subakayo maya bava narado me sarva karma sada me tadeshiyam guru hum ha bhagave sarva dadangada madharma me meda medarbo ma samaya sado Medrasado samaya manu balaya medrasado dino ba dida dida me bava sudokayo me bava subakayo me bava anurado me bava sarva karma sada me tadeshiyam guru hum ha bhagave sarva dadangada madharma me meda medarbo ma samaya sado medrasado samaya manu balaya medrasado dino Yanara me bava sudokayo me bava subakayo me bava narado me bava sarva karma sada me tadeshiyam guru hum ha sarva dadangada madharma me meda medarbo ma samaya sado medrasado samaya manu balaya medrasado dino dida dida me bava sudokayo me bava subakayo me bava narado me bava sarva siddhi me brayanda sarva karma sada tadeshiyam guru hum ha bhagave sarva dadangada madharma me meda medarbo ma samaya sado Benar sado samaya manu balaya benar sado dino ba didan dido me baba sado kayo me sama kayo me baba narodo me baba sarva karma sado me tsidin shim guru hum ha 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 banga sarva dada gada madar me meda meda maha samaya sado benar sado samaya manu balaya benar sado dino ba didan dido me baba sado kayo me baba sado kayo me baba tsidin guru hum ha ha banga me sarva dada gada madar me meda meda baba maha samaya sado benar sado samaya manu balaya Manada dino ba dino dino me baba sado kayo me baba sabo kayo me baba anurodo me baba sarva siddhi me brayada sarva karma sada me tada hyam kara hum ha ha ho banga me sarva tada gada madalama me samaya sado menara sado samaya manu balaya menara sado dino ba dino dino me baba sado kayo me baba sabo kayo me Anarana me ma so karma so me dana hi lu ho manga me so da ma no ma samaya so do menara so do samaya manu balaya menara so do dino ba dino dino me Sado kaya me baba sabo kaya me baba narodo me baba sarva siddhi me brayada sarva karma sada me tada hyam kara banga me sarva tada gada madalama me meda meda baba maha samaya sado benar sado samaya manu balaya Manada sado dino ba dino dino me baba sabo kaya me baba sabo kaya me baba narodo me Sagarma sada me tada hyam kara banga me sarva tada gada madalama me meda samaya sado benar sado samaya manu balaya Manada dino ba dino dino me baba sabo kaya me baba sabo kaya me baba narodo me baba sabo karma sada me tada hyam kara banga me sarva tada gada madalama me meda meda baba maha samaya sado Menara sado samaya manu balaya manu sado dino ba dino dino me baba sado kaya me baba sabo kaya me Anarado me baba sabo karma sada me tada hyam kara banga me sarva tada gada madalama me meda meda baba sado menara sado samaya manu balaya manu sado dino ba dino dino me baba sado kaya me baba sabo kaya Manada me baba sabo karma sada me tada hyam kara banga me sarva tada gada madalama me meda meda baba samaya Manara sado samaya manu balaya manu sado dino ba dino dino me baba sado kaya me baba sabo kaya me baba narodo me sarva karma sada me tada hyam kara sarva tada gada madalama me meda meda baba samaya sado Manu sado samaya manu balaya manu sado dino ba dino dino me baba sado kaya me baba sabo kaya me Manarado me baba sabo karma sada me tada hyam kara hum ha banga me sarva tada gada madalama me samaya sado benar sado samaya manu balaya manu sado dino ba dino dino me baba sado Narada me baba karma sada me tada hyam kara banga me sarva tada gada madalama me meda meda baba maha samaya sado benar sado samaya manu balaya manu sado dino ba dino dino me baba sado kaya me baba sabo kaya Narada me baba karma sada me tada hyam kara samaya sado Om Menazano Samaya Manamalaya Manazano Dinomo Dinono Mebo Subakayo Mebo Subakayo Mebo Anarodo Mebo Sarvasane Mevayano Sarvakarmasano Medayam Guru Bangame Sarvadana Manarmame Manarmo Sumaya Sado Medarzado Sumaya Manabalaya Manazano Dinomo Dinono Mebo Subakayo Mebo Subakayo Mebo Anarodo Mebo Sarvakarmasano Medayam Guru Bangame Sarvadana Manamamo Sumaya Sado Medarzado Sumaya Manabalaya Manazado Dinoba Dinono Mebo Subakayo Mebo Subakayo Mebo Anarodo Mebo Sarvakarmasano Medayam Guru Bangame Sarvadana Manarmame Manamamo Sumaya Sado Om Bendrasado Samaya Manubalaya Bendrasado Dinoba Dedo Mebawa Sadakaya Mebawa Sabakaya Mebawa Anarado Mebawa Sarva Siddhi Mebarayansa Sarva Karma Sada Medayam Guru Hao Bhagavan Sarva Dada Gata Bandharama Memad
Advibawa
Mahasamaya Sado. So short break. Mhm.
Short 15-minute break.
So right, so that's the exercise, is very important. So Buddha, he said, so really four things important for our or living or our physical, of course, with mentally. So first one is eating. So everybody knows, right? So actually, it's really Buddha is we call omniscient. It is, So he, we thinking Buddha is just kind of spiritual thing, spiritual path. Yeah, of course, he's enlightenment beings, but at the same time, he was reality or way of the life. He showed how better life, how make health, so on. So he said, actually he's saying really details or specific, like for instance, as a food, when you eat food, how you eat food, how much you eat food, so on. So, but I think aware, here, people know, but Buddha said, like eating is morning and lunch is better than dinner. But we mostly West, opposite, we eat like mostly dinner. So because of too busy, or maybe. And then he said, how much eat, So he kind of, I think, what is that? Right. I think this, your stomach, it make 4 parts. So one part is, or 2 parts food, right? And 1 part is water, and 1 part is have to make empty. So also the food is Buddha. He said, if you really give, we good eating or time, how much and how much portions we eat. The food is medicine and necessary for the body. It's very important. So also yes, we too much, or too much, we too less, and not good for the body. So also we too much, for instance, should be food is medicine, but it become poison. Poison means not good for the body. So that's so very important in the food. So also, I talk, this to Sangha members. So also time, particularly, older people, we have to careful, how much eat and exercise, so on. So we no longer young. So I think the Buddha said, even though sometimes the body is our enemy, we need too many things for body, difficult things. But even though you see our body is enemy, but you have to take care. So the very important to take care of the body. If body is God, then we can do many things, for instance, or we Dharma practice. So mainly is how to take care is most important thing is food. So probably everyone aware, this organic, this good, this probably everybody know, but same time we are attached to food, and we don't have the mindfulness. So if it's not mindfulness, then we count too much. So certain things, okay, we Dharma practitioner, whatever I said, is just not too tight, just kind of make flexible. But sometimes very important things, our life, you have to straight, Straight means just you don't, you don't have the boundary,
Go beyond the boundary?
Yeah, beyond the boundary. So which means, okay, whatever you want something, you need to important for body, important to spiritual part. So you do it, have to through the mindfulness. Sometimes you may make challenges, but you not influence from the challenge, so whatever attachment or. Also, I saying this. Sometimes we maybe on cheat, to us, cheating to on, right? So sometimes, okay, like Dharma practice too, Dharma practice, and also I said the food, Oh, okay, I eat this now, that's okay, exactly not good for you, but maybe okay. But this is just okay. It's, this endless, So, or maybe today is okay, but same thing tomorrow. So that's kind of thing is really straight. Okay, I don't do it. So how to through mindfulness, you have to straight. I don't do this. I don't want this one, and I don't do. So the important. Otherwise, I say just we lie on ourselves, cheat on, So that's not good. Also, this kind of or tomorrow or next I care for. Tomorrow I care for. Maybe today okay, or maybe this month is okay. Maybe next month I care for. So that is kind of really not work. So also I think this, particularly our older people, more careful. So just if maybe you're 20 years old, then probably not good, but also not that bad, But older people are really important. So I think eating. And then, yes, so have to exercise, move. Whatever, yoga or tai chi, prostration. So on. So this is very important to physical, exercise, movements. Very, very important. Regularly, just only once. But also, some people are thinking, oh, I'm going to just yoga or specific, things. Yes, you will specific, yoga things. That is good. But also we can exercise many ways. Clean up your house. You bend it, walk, mop in the floor. So those are exercise. And benefits, So yes, I say you're going to pay for yoga or something, that's fine, but also many ways we have to exercise, And same time, whatever you do, just be happy with the diligent. So important. And then, yes, of course. So second, what is so sleeping? Third one, sleeping. So that's just okay. Second one, exercise. Okay, first one, food. Yeah, third one, sleeping. So sleeping is very important for body. So I think the Buddha, he said this sleeping is two parts of sleeping, two different types of sleeping. So one called ignorance, one called sleeping. So sleeping for necessary for body, up to sleeping. So like probably, depending age, depending individually, but probably 8, 6, I don't know. Maybe, 7. But so that's called we sleeping. We need sleeping. But then, if too much in the sleeping, is they call ignorance. That's name. But means, so sleeping, if you good sleeping, you will rest your body, but too much, they're more tired, more heavy, become heavy your body. So that we call ignorance. But anyway, it's not good for mind and not good for physically. And then last one, what is that? Yes, meditation. So meditation is, so yes, of course, with meditation, we can't do this religious, like only religious practice or Buddhism practice. Yes, this is true, yes, religious, we can say religious, we can say, yes, Buddhism. But actually, they really need to body, way of the life. Should be everyone practice meditation, the benefits. So they're very important. So the meditation. So also we, whatever we have, mentally tiring or physically tiring, so we have to rest, relax, right? So I think many people, they don't understand, I need to relax and rest, but watch the TV or thinking, go to the movie or... So those are really not relax, not rest. So because it's still going on, also particularly West, not much physical work hard, we don't have. Mostly mentally working, mostly office or what thinking or computers, so on. So even though you watch movie, there's not rest, watch TV, that's not rest. To real rest, real relax is meditation. So this through the concept, through too much thinking, the disturbing, or kind of, I said interconnected, you're disturbing body, disturbing mind, kind of just back forth, less the second, So the unbalance, physically and mentally. So the meditation can recharge, make balance, Lick up a stop, quiet, So that's very important. And mind is really strange, if you look at our concept, our thoughts, if you pay attention, what are you thinking, what are you doing, it's sometimes really strange, right? I thought, I don't know. My opinion is kind of strange. Unnecessary things. Just continuation everywhere. Every time. All sorts of things, millions of things. So, actually, really, those are really no need. Not good for mentally, physically, or spiritually, So, but we have. So, that's, I think meditation is very, very important. So, this is kind of energy, like juice, medicine. So, meditation is, I think, very important. So, that's 4 things.
First, I have a comment. I think moderation is the key. We should always balance. We have a balance. Too much of anything is not good. If we think that, let's say, a mango, for example, is so good to eat, but if a person with high blood sugar problem, then sugar, then a mango would really be a poison. So we need to know our body, and we need to have a balance. So in eating and drinking, sleeping, moderation is the key. Too much of anything is not good. But I would like to ask a question about sleeping. I heard that a good sleeper should be asleep when we are still aware of what's going on around us. But then I also heard that a sleep should be a very deep sleep for us to be healthy. So in your viewpoint, how should we sleep?
Okay. Right, so this we have the 6 of Yoga Naropa, the practice, and with 6 of Yoga Naropa, one of, actually not one, like there's 2 practice. Is one is Killer Light, and one is the Dream Yoga. So this practice is, they said, so you no need lay down, just sitting, So which means, so that helps you said like light sleeping. So light sleeping is, so almost like, they evolved a lot of meditations before, a lot of like Domo practice, really focused. But this meditation is help to, next life or Pardo or so on. But through the rest, sleeping, at the same time, is not losing control, sort of like inside is still, So before the sleeping, so, okay, whatever generation I am, or Vajrayogini or something, and whatever practice, they're not losing. So if you have that through the mind, maybe, very good rest too. So we did this, probably not really deep sleeping, but so we during the retreat. So I think if I go sleeping maybe 10:30 or something like that. So we wake up 4:30, 4 or 4:30. So like daytime is nothing, no tired, no sleepy. So really enough, So that is, I think, through the, or you say light sleeping through the meditate. So I think light sleeping is okay. It's so good for both mentally, physically. But I don't know. So the deep sleeping is maybe the cushioning. Still, maybe somewhere sort of like, I said these days, too much thought, too much, going on. So then just fall the sleeping, deep sleeping. So they're just blocked, five senses, nothing, no thoughts. So maybe can rest more than something dreaming, But same time, I think depending their motivations, before the sleeping is, I think, very important. I think something, if you really rest, or rest means kind of meditation, mind is calm down before. So this sleeping comes, right? Sleeping comes because sort of dissolution, like five senses. Not five senses, sort of five senses, yeah. So same time, if your mind is really kind of, or compassion, love, or like, or if you're not, so just really not much thinking, only think, or today something going on. So through that sleeping is maybe really good rest. But if you, before the sleeping, something going on, angry, worry, or this thinking tomorrow, so there, even though this maybe can deep sleeping, but where you wake up quickly, or maybe even though deep sleeping, but maybe not good rest. So I think this, your question is, you cannot say 100%, but
It's a great way to sleep at night, yes? What kind of sleep is best for us?
you mean deep sleeping or light sleeping? Or I said this is, okay, I can say, through the mindfulness, light sleep is better, right? If you're just a regular person, ordinary person, maybe, I'm not sure, maybe deep sleeping probably maybe more rest, so. But also this, I think, depending motivation, depending individual. So Lord Jigten he said, so Lord Jigten this head of, or what is this? Founder of this lineage, the Hungaju. So he said the very important sleeping, I don't know, this deep sleeping or light sleeping, but he said very important to sleeping is, so this, our body system and our body like five elements, and the external five elements are interconnected. So he said, like, so we try to relate it to the outside, the five elements. So which means, so like go to bed earlier, like or dark, so completely dark, go to sleeping, and then wake up earlier morning. So like kind of before the sun comes. So that way is kind of interconnected to the outside elements, inside elements is like kind of for many or just good for connections. But also this here is kind of, I don't know, different. And then he said, but I don't know the weather. So those things, different. So he said, don't sleep in daytime. So this specific, but I say in this, India is very hot, So after lunch, little bit sleeping, sort of little bit wake up, rest, Otherwise, the evening is really kind of sleepy, tiring. So, but practitioners, I think, they said not sleeping daytime. Other questions? No sleeping? You mean Drupchen? Maybe you can have to chanting too. Right, so that's why we do the Mani Drupchen, so we day and night, chanting. So then your mantra stay in your mind. Right, yeah, so that's why I think just, okay, we Dharma practitioners sort of like more flexible, not really tied those things, but at the same time, so important things, really not good for body, like for example, food too much, So have to straight stop. And also like alcohol too, alcohol you can maybe have a glass of wine, maybe that's okay, but some people that's overload, too much, so that's not good for. So how to thinking a little bit through mindfulness, a little bit further, not temporarily right now, but how consequences, next time. So. This is true. I think this is true. So yes, I think I said, sleeping is ignorance of sleeping. Yes, so some sleeping have to have, we survive, important, but also same time too much. Yes, of course, you said, so we more sleep, too much sleeping, tiring, but you said exactly, waste the time. So we need to do many things, so. Of course, yeah. Mm-hmm. Right. So this I think you bring these good things. So if human beings can do very hard enough, you can do everything. Everything. And we sometimes, I'm tired, I don't work, but you never rest. So just, I think really human beings, not only human beings, I think, or living beings, make hard, work hard, less thoughts. So that way is, successful. But also I say this is lazy, then they always cannot do anything, just whatever, just tired, But if you do physically movements, maybe never tired. So I think I said like human beings' back is flat, right? Human beings' back.
Oh, back.
Back.
Oh, back is flat.
Okay, so now we do Oma mantra. Benza sado samaya manu balaya Benda sado dino badi do me bawa Asado kaya me bawa Sabo kaya me bawa Anarado me bawa Sarva siddhi me barayan Nado me te da ye ya gare hong Bhagavan Sarva da da ga Bhanja ma me menja me te bhava ma samaya sadhu Avan benjara sadhu samaya manu balaya Benjara sadhu dino badi tande do me bhava Asado kaya me bhava Subho kaya me bhava Anarado me bhava Sarva siddhi me bharaya Ame tene ye ya gare hong Bhagavan sarva da da ga da Anjara ma me menta bente bhava maha samaya sadhu Benjara sadhu samaya manu balaya Benjara sadhu dino badi tande do me bhava Sadho kaya me bhava Sabha kaya me bhava Anurado me bhava Sarva siddhi me barayan Sarva karma siddha me te de hirya gare hong Bhagavan sarva da da ga dha Bhajara ma me Mahasamaya sadhu Benjara sadhu samaya manu balaya Benjara sadhu dino badi tande do me bhava Sadho kaya me bhava Subho kaya me bhava Anurado me bhava Sarva siddhi me bharaya Hava karma siddha me te de ye ya gare hong Bhagavan sarva da da ga dha Bhajara ma me menja benje bhava Sadhu Benjara sadhu samaya manu balaya Benjara sadhu dino badi tande do me bhava Sadhu kaya me bhava Subho kaya me bhava Anurado me bhava Sarva siddhi me barayan Sarva karma siddha me te de hirya gare hong Bhagavan sarva da da ga dha Bhajara ma me men Mahasamaya
사도가요 메바와 수보가요 메바와 하늘로도 메바와 설와세대 메바얀 설와걸마스도 메드데 혈여그르홍 아하호 번가원 세와다다잉가 담반드라마메멘 담벤드바바마소마여서도 멘드라사도 사마야마누바라야 멘드라사도 디노바디도디도메바와 사도가요 메바와 수보가요 메바와 하늘로도 메바와 설와세대 메바라얀 설와걸마수도 메드네 혈야마그르 아호 번가원 설와다다인가 다만자라마메멘 마하소마여사도 아온벤설사도 사마야마누발라요 벤설사도 디노바디도데도메바 사도가요메 메바와 하늘로도 메바와 설와세대 메바라얀 설와걸마스도 메드데 혈야그르홍 하하하호 번가원 세와다다인가 담반드라마메멘 담벤드바와 마사마야사도 사라사도 사마야마누발라야 멘달사도 디노바디도데도메바와 사도가요 메바와 수보가요 메바와 하늘로도 메바와 설와세대 메바얀 알와갈마수도 메지데 혈야마그르홍 아하오 번가원 세와다단가 담반드라마메멘 담벤제바와 마하소마야사도 나혼벤드라사도 사마야마누발라야 벤드라사도 디노바디도데도메바와 가요 메바와 수보가요 메바와 하늘로도 메바와 설와세대 메바라얀다 설와걸마수도 메드데 혈야마그르홍 하하하호 번가원 세와다단가 담반들만 담벤드바와 하마야사도 벤달사도 사마야마누발라야 벤달사도 디노바디도데도메바와 사도가요 메바와 수보가요 메바와 하늘로도 메바와 설와세대 메바라얀 다메드데 혈야마그르홍 하하호 번가원 세와다단가 담반드라마메멘 Deba Maha Samaya Sado Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manivalaya Vajrasattva Dino Badita Dedo Me Bawa Subhukayo Me Bawa Subhukayo Me Bawa Anuradha Me Bawa Sarva Siddhi Me Barayan Sarva Karma Sutta Me Tide Hirya Guru Hum Ha Ho Bhagavan Gatham Bandharma Me Muntam Benze Bhava Maha Samaya Sadhu Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manivalaya Vajrasattva Dino Badita Dedo Me Bhava Sadhukayo Me Bhava Subhukayo Me Bhava Anuradha Me Bhava Hirya Guru Hum Ha Ho Bhagavan Sarva Tatthanga Bandharma Me Mundam Benze Bhava Maha Samaya Sadhu Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manivalaya Vajrasattva Dino Badita Dedo Me Bhava Me Bhava Subhukayo Me Bhava Anuradha Me Bhava Sarva Siddhi Me Barayan Sarva Karma Siddha Me Tide Hirya Guru Hum Oh Bhagavan Antam Bandharma Me Mundam Benze Bhava Maha Samaya Sadhu Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manivalaya Vajrasattva Dino Badita Dedo Me Bhava Sadhukayo Me Bhava Subhukayo Me Bhava Anuradha Me Bhava Sarva Siddhi Me Barayan Sarva Karma Siddha Me Bhagavan Sarva Tatthanga Dharma Me Mundam Benze Bhava Maha Samaya Sadhu Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manivalaya Vajrasattva Dino Badita Dedo Me Bhava Sadhukayo Me Bhava Subhukayo Me Bhava Anuradha Me Bhava Sarva Siddhi Me Barayan Sarva Karma Siddha Me Tide Hirya Guru Hum Ha Ho Bhagavan Sarva Tatthanga Manjam Benze Bhava Maha Samaya Sadhu Ahom Vajrasattva Samaya Manivalaya Vajrasattva Dino Badita Dedo Me Bhava Sadhukayo Me Bhava Subhukayo Me Bhava Anuradha Me Bhava Sarva Siddhi Me Barayan Sarva Karma Siddha Me Tide Hirya Guru Hum Ha Ho Serva da ga tam ban zara ma me men tam ben zer ba wa ma sa ma ya sa do. Om ben zara sa do sa ma ya ma ne ba la ya. Ben zara sa do de no ba de chan de do me ba wa. Sado kaya me ba, subo kaya me ba, ahana rado me ba, sarva siddhi me barayan, sarva karma sudzami yecide shirya guru hong, ha 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 ho bhagavan. Serva da da ga tam ban zara ma me men za men ze ba wa ma sa ma ya sa do.
I and all sentient beings, deluded by our ignorance, have broken the vows. O Lama Vajrasattva, protector, holder of the Vajra, Lord of all sentient beings, please protect us. Vajrasattva is pleased by our prayers and replies, your delusions are now cleared away and you are purified. Vajrasattva then dissolves into light and is absorbed into myself through the top of my head. I become Vajrasattva.
Hadaso mon be dan lenge jor be gombo jo she zo bo dor jen ze do be do da ke jam zo je te ke sor be dor san ji ze je jo je de ta go he son de da la de be de ba chang yu. So we do meditation 5 minutes.
Through the virtue of this practice, may I achieve Vajrasattva's great realization. To this state may I come to lead every being, not one left behind. Page 157. Dorje Chang Telopa Naropa Marpa Milarepa Dhamma Lord Gampopa Pagmo Drupa and Lord Rikumpa, please bestow upon us the most auspicious blessings of all the Kagyu Lamas. By this virtue may I achieve omniscience, by defeating all enemies, confusion. May all who travel on the waves of birth, old age, sickness, and death cross the ocean of samsara. Bodhicitta, the excellent and precious mind, where it is unborn, may it arise. Where it is born, may it not decline, but ever increase higher and higher. I pray that the Lama may have good health. I pray that the Lama may have long life. I pray that your Dharma activities spread far and wide. I pray that I may not be separated from you. As Manjusri, the warrior, realized the ultimate state, and as did Samantabhadra, I will follow in their path and fully dedicate all merit for all sentient beings. By the blessing of the Buddha who attained the three kayas, by the blessing of the truth of the unchanging Dharma as such, by the blessing of the indivisible Sangha order, may the merit I share bear fruit. By the virtues collected in the three times by myself and all beings in samsara and nirvana, and by the innate root of virtue, may I and all sentient beings quickly attain unsurpassed, perfect, complete, precious enlightenment. May the teachings of the great Drupon Ratna Shri, who is omniscient, Lord of the Dharma, Master of interdependence, continue and increase through study, practice, contemplation, and meditation until the end of samsara. For this realm, encircled by snow-covered mountains, you are the source of every benefit and bliss without exception. Tenzin Gyatso, you who are one with the Avalokiteshvara, may you remain steadfast until samsara's end. Embodiment of the three precious jewels, Padmupani, who holds the teachings of the victorious one, seeing the all-goodness meaning with the wisdom eye, may you who are spontaneously established activities live long for hundreds of kalpas. Noble Manjusri, the Lord of Speech, who manifests to hold the teachings of the Triple Gem, who raises the lamp of the sages' teachings, may you who are the light of the Dharma live long for hundreds of kalpas. The one known in the Holy Land as Aryadeva, emanated into the Gar clan of eastern Tibet as Chodingpa, the heart son of Jigten Sumgun, may the life of glorious Garchen remain steadfast for 100 eons. In this age of strife, when the victor's teaching faces hardship, through his powerful Vajra-like conduct, he takes on himself the heavy responsibility of the unbiased teaching. May Garjan, the son of the teachings, live long.
We'll be back tomorrow at 10 o'clock.